Go to the gym almost every day after work. Same time, same place, every day. I like routines. They make me feel safe. I don't talk to anyone there. I put my headphones on, do my workout, and go home. That's why I noticed him right away the first day he showed up. New people always stand out, but something about him felt wrong before he even said a word to me. He wore the same dark hoodie every day. Hood up, head down, even when everyone else was sweating in tank tops. At first, I just caught him looking at me once or twice. Then it started happening more. Every time I turned around, he was somewhere behind me. Not close enough to say anything, not far enough to ignore. Just there, watching. A few days later, he finally walked up to me. I was wiping down a machine when I saw him standing next to me. He smiled like everything was normal. He said, "Hey, I see you in here a lot. You think maybe I could get your number? We could go out sometime." I told him right away, "I have a boyfriend." He nodded, real calm, too calm. "Oh, okay. Cool, no problem." He walked away. But after that, he never stopped showing up. Every day I went to the gym, he was there. Sometimes lifting weights, sometimes just sitting, sometimes walking past me like he was waiting for something. A couple days later, he came up to me again. I was filling my water bottle when I heard his voice behind me. "I know you said you have a boyfriend." I turned around and my stomach dropped. He was standing way too close. He looked straight at me and said, "But can I still get a chance?" I remember just staring at him. I said, "No, I have a boyfriend." He didn't answer. He just looked at me, not smiling, not blinking, just staring like he was trying to memorize my face. Then he nodded slowly. "All right, I hear you." He walked away, but that was the first time I felt scared. Not uncomfortable, not annoyed, scared. That night I told my boyfriend about him. I said, "There's this guy at the gym, and I think he's watching me." My boyfriend tried to calm me down. "He's probably just some dude with a crush," he said. That's what I tried to believe. Until the night he showed up at our house. It was late, almost midnight. We were in the living room watching TV when we heard a knock at the door. Not a normal knock, slow. 3 times. My boyfriend looked at me and said, "Are you expecting someone?" I said no. He walked to the door, but before opening it, he looked through the window, and his whole body froze. I sat up straight and said, "What? Who is it?" He didn't answer. There was another knock, louder this time. My boyfriend opened the door just a little, and the second I saw who was standing there, my heart felt like it stopped. It was him, the guy from the gym, standing on our porch, in the same hoodie, hood up, like he had been there before, like he knew where we lived. He looked past my boyfriend straight at me and said, "I just wanted to talk to her for a minute." My boyfriend stepped outside and shut the door behind him. I couldn't hear everything they were saying, but their voices started getting louder. My hands were shaking so bad I grabbed my phone and called the police. When I looked out the window again, he wasn't arguing anymore. He was just standing there, looking at the house. Then slowly, he turned his head and looked right at the window, right at me, like he knew exactly where I was standing. I jumped back so fast I almost fell. A few minutes later, we heard sirens getting closer. The second he heard them, he ran. By the time the police got there, he was gone. They asked how he knew where we lived. I didn't have an answer. But after that night, I couldn't stay there anymore. Every noise outside scared me. Every shadow made me look twice. It felt like he knew my routine, like he had been watching longer than I realized. A week later, my boyfriend said what we were both thinking. "We're moving and you're not going back to that gym." We moved across town. Different house, different gym, different schedule. I never saw him again. But sometimes when I'm working out, I still feel like someone is behind me. And every time I turn around, I half expect to see a dark hoodie staring back at me.